Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. In previous session, we have shown you how we can copy the functionality from one control to another. By this, we mean that when you double click on, for example, the shipment tab, so it brings all the information which is with the associated with the associated nodes in the supporting node. And this functionality we want to apply in tax, then we go to the code of the shipment fees double click event, and we copy it and make slight changes in the parameters, and then the whole procedure will start working for the tax, and so on and so forth for the others as well, right? So we showed you that we successfully done it in for respect of the tax and the others. And if we see, let's go and see the purchase order header form, the data in which, for example, we want to regenerate this thing. These 75 are the other payment for the purchase order number 13, and we want to regenerate this note 330 and 30002. Okay, so we delete this, and we also delete it into the notes from the notes, right? So 3002, right? We delete that, right? So that the system can generate the next order here, and then it can work and so on. Like, okay, so for example, let's take example of 75, and later on we may generate, say, for example, 68, $69, $68. Okay, so for the previous one, so we will experiment it with the purchase order number 13 and 12. Okay, so let's see the code which we have. In this form, we have, as you can see, this is our form. And in the form, we have the double click event. To go to the double click event, we go to the shipment fees and tax and others. Let's go to the double click here. Okay, so this is the double click event, and we copied all the procedure which is here and the into the one in which we would like to transfer the functionalities, right? So we go to here in the others, right? This is the same. It's all identical, only the difference is that the passing the parameters. In this case, we have T3 as a template, right? If we see in the notes, we have a template folder, yeah, and there are 3 templates, so T3 will be template for this case of other charges, right? And what else you want to do, and the columns here, the column in which the template file name is to appear, that is Z column, right? So we will put in here. So only this changes, 3 changes, and then the rest of the code can be copied, and it can start working for the respective control. So let's see this. Let's go to the interface. Let's run it. And in here, we are going to say 13. Here we want to generate. This is the purchase order, all these, right? And we want to get the supporting notes of these $75, right? So there is no tax note text note file is not available. That's why it is blank. Otherwise, for the rest we have. So as soon as we double click on it, so it is going to generate it, right? It is generating with all these variables, values. T3 is going, and this is the PO header and Z column, yeah? And then it is going to generate the file. So it has generated and it has put the name as well in here. So this is how it is done. And now you can split, you can enter further detail of 75, you can split the amount and so that if you want to have some breakup. So this is how you are going to double uh, to to, uh, to link your notes to as a supporting notes of the given figure. Okay, so let's try the same for the one more purchase order, that is 12 number. Okay, so this is a different purchase order, and in which we have $68 other charges and no notes yet generated. So let's double click on here. So it is generating, it has generated, right? And it has put it in there. You can further break it down and so that it is, but you have to make sure that these are, otherwise the system will pass the adjusting entry to make sure that the total amount in this supporting note must match with this. So this is just a concept which we wanted to share with our viewers, which they can use it in numerous situations, especially when you are working for some audit department, you are interacting with some accountants, they would need to have some reason sheet of certain figures which you show in the system. So that is good for audit. This is a good thing for the credibility of the system, and this will improve your performance as well. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you in our next video.